Oh, our banners have already fallen over. It's going well.
Yep.
It's a good start. So I should do a wee bit of introduction. Welcome. This is the live coverage from the Asset Alliance Group Scottish Rally Championship for round 2 at the Border Counties. It's brought to you by the wonderful, and I do mean wonderful, people at Royal Aero.
Yes.
I am Ali Beck from Becksport Media. I'm joined by one of my rally dads, as I like to call him. He doesn't know about this till right now. John Morrison is back for a second round in a row. You must enjoy punishment.
I know exactly. I don't know what I've done wrong, but yeah, no, it's much improved on the snowman. At least I can feel my fingers and my feet.
Yes.
And we're in a lovely location. I think it's about post 3, not too far from the start of stage 1. Stage 1 being Craik. It's 8.94 miles long. From what we've driven in so far, it's a lovely stage, very fast and flowing. There was a lot of frost this morning, but the frost is probably only going to be in the trees, and I think the temperature's rising quite quickly, so I don't think it'll be an issue frost. So that'll be good.
You say frost. Driving my Focus, it was more like proper ice. You've got decent tyres in your car.
Yeah.
On the way out today. Dad's just checking his phone. That was me messaging Chris to make sure we're all right, Dad. Don't panic. Don't panic again. It's been a bit of a frantic morning, but we do have some stuff to talk about now. We have a 4-minute gap with our 2 Skodas who are getting the best of the roads this morning, so they'll be loving that.
Absolutely.
Before we see Elliot Payne, last year's winner, with Michael Gilby alongside. I think he had Patrick Walsh alongside him last year.
I think so. Yes, that's right. Yeah.
Pretty decent navigator collection to have between Michael Gilby and Patrick Walsh.
Yeah.
But so round 2.
And it's a really good top 10.
It's a ridiculous top 10, isn't it?
And nobody will know who's going to come out of this the winner. It's just
not at all.
Nothing to call.
Picking a top 10 or a top 3 out of the entry list, SRC wise, is incredibly hard. We do, of course, have the return of former champion Gary Pearson with Hannah McKillop.
Yep.
Alongside, we have our round 1 winners Scott Macbeth and Andrew Faulkner back.
Yep.
To defend their championship lead after it went so well up north. Daniel Sigurdsson's back, not with his sister this time, with Irishman Martin Brady, who's fresh from, I believe, competing in Costa Brava last weekend with David Higgins. So
yeah. He seems to put in a few rallies.
He does. He seems to be one of these full-time co-drivers that are around the place.
Yeah.
So Chris is saying all live and good enough. Well, good enough will do.
Absolutely. Lovely.
Audio issues
for some reason.
Feedback coming from somewhere.
We don't know. It could be the multi-camera setups fighting us a wee bit today. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
After I ran down the hill to make sure that camera could see what was happening, I hope it's working. In fact, we can already hear Elliot Payne in the stage. That didn't feel like 4 minutes, John, at all.
It didn't. Yeah. Well, it probably was actually. We speak a bit of drivel.
We do. Well.
No, yeah, that's him. He's on his way.
The Hooch sponsored Fiesta.
That's lovely. He left it a bit late there.
That was a brave over the top of that, Chris, because it does dive to the right of the road there. If you see a wee orange blob in our shot, that's actually Maisie Klingen's doing a wee bit of filming as well for use later on. She's up the hill, probably quite cold, but I'm sure she'll be fine. But that was a bit of a cut down the bottom of the hill.
It is, Elliot. Yeah. I noticed that right enough. There is a wee gully just on the inside of the corner there. I don't think it should be an issue right enough, but like all drivers, they're trying to straighten the corner quite a bit, like we all try and do.
That's coming from a man that drives a Fiesta from experience.
Yeah,
he knows
but I mean, I'm a really gentleman driver, very, very, very neat. I don't go anywhere near ditches. Aye, that'll be right. Here we have car 2 now. This should be Gary Pearson. Yep. Wow, he left it even later.
That was pretty committed, yeah. Now Gary, obviously, he's keeping it quiet what he's doing this year. So I think this is a sneaky wee shakedown for something. He's not telling anybody what it is.
Yeah.
But the car looking really nice in silver with a big Billy Bowie sponsorship on it. It's hard to pick against him with his experience these days.
There's nothing between them.
But I'm sure the boys will be keeping an eye on him.
Yeah.
I'm just firing up the the comments on the live here. So Ros Klingen, Maisie's mum, is tuning in from sunny Lochmaben.
Oh,
It's sunny here too.
yeah.
Fred McLean saying morning. Kenny Wilson watching from Queenstown, New Zealand.
Wow.
Leslie Hislop's in there as well. Ashley Reid, so that's good.
Next car coming up here.
Our round one winners.
Yep. Scott Macbeth and Andrew Faulkner. Going well.
I don't think Scott will have been down at the border counties all that often in his rallying career,
No, probably not.
and certainly not in these stages,
No.
because we're in the Tweed Valley this year, which is different to sort of the
Yeah,
last few
yeah.
years of the border counties.
It's a long time.
Well, Craik was certainly used last year.
We did use
Yeah,
Craik last year.
Yeah.
It was the last stage, so we have been in. They did run to this stage last year, I believe, in the same direction.
I think it's the same direction.
Same direction. I'm trying to. I for some reason the border counties is a bit of a blur for me last year. Something happened. I can't remember what.
Yeah.
But we won't talk about that.
We won't talk about it. Yeah. No, it's a long time since I've been down this neck of the woods. And here we are. This should be Daniel Sirksen in the Skoda RS.
That's pretty committed.
Pretty committed, yeah.
It's an interesting point that I think we've got. We would have had all but one of the Rally 2 cars that are available in the world competing this weekend had the Yaris made it.
Of course, yes, that's
we
right.
don't have a
Yeah.
Lancia, obviously, but
No.
they're brand
Brand
new.
new,
So,
yes.
but we do have every other one here. We've got Fords, we've got Skodas, we've got a Citroen.
Yep.
We've got some older school. The Polos are technically R5s, not Rally 2s, I guess.
That's right.
Although you've had a go in a Polo yourself, not much difference, I wouldn't think.
No, they're not. No. Certainly quite stable right enough. But, yeah.
Neil Morrison cheering on Mike Stewart. I think everybody's
course.
cheering on Mike
That's
Stewart.
right, yes.
I'm sure we'll get talking about that when he arrives. Alison Clark's watching from a spin bike at Bannatynes in Dumfries, where Jock's partner is the instructor. Very good.
Wow. This is Liam Clark.
Yeah, BTRD regular Liam Clark, I believe.
Yes,
Has had Emily Easton Page alongside him in the past. See who else has been in. Finlay Donnan watching from Dubai. Brave with what's going on over there right now. Cheering on Martin Erskine, absolutely. He had a very good run at the Summit.
Brilliant run at the Summit. Absolutely brilliant. Yeah.
He was a happy man because he had brakes.
Yes, that's right.
That was the problem
Yeah,
last
yeah,
year.
yeah.
I'll turn my phone volume down because you can hear myself talking to myself. It's a bit weird. Who else we've got tuning in? Stuart McClory's just popped in as well. And James William Coates watching morning from Limb Services heading to London. Okay.
All right, good.
Just a wee coffee break.
Yep. I've just got the results up there, but I
Okay.
don't have any times through yet.
There should be Mark McCulloch on the entry list, but that looks like Jock Armstrong to me.
It is Jock Armstrong. Yep. Yeah, he's car 6.
I think they were worried about fuel being somewhere it shouldn't be on the first road section.
Should have explained to you, Jock's actually named at the end of the last.
Jock's at the end of my list, yes, because he was a late decision. Yeah, Craig Nelson alongside for I believe the first time with Jock, as Owen Patterson is in Cork for the rally that's on over in Ireland today. Hope everyone's survived. Hope the weather's nice in Cork for you, because when it's wet in Ireland it's a nightmare.
I did see his results a wee while ago, so yeah, they're doing well.
Okay. So this should be another one of our M7 cars. Should be Mark McCulloch. Now, I believe Mark and Jock will be two of the competitors who've probably been in these stages more than a lot of the other guys, because a lot of the younger guys will not have been in the Tweed Valley, so it'll be interesting to see if that makes any difference for them.
If our second camera is working, we should be seeing the guys going away up the hill.
Yep, if the second camera is working, that's a good point. The way things have been this morning. So who else is George Myatts tuning in from sunny A. I see John Mackay tuning in from probably Aberdeenshire, I imagine. Kieran Renton, a man from this part of the world, but more normally sticks to the tarmac these days in his Impreza. Yep. Top SRC competitor at Argyll last year. No. Oh, you've got a few fans from up your way enjoying your accent. Alison Gordon watching from Ardross in the Highlands, enjoying hearing you. See Brett McKenzie tuning in saying wishing he could be there this weekend. The stages look great, and Barry's stepped over to the dark side of a Subaru this weekend with Jordan Anderson. So you need to cheer Barry on a wee bit. Stuart Irvin says second camera working well with a laughing emoji. I have no idea what that means. I hope that's good, Stuart. If you're taking the...
He's being sarcastic.
Yeah, Dad's going to have you if you're being rude. Smart new colour scheme on that car now. I don't know if you heard that, Stuart, but if you're being sarcastic about the camera, Dad's going to hurt you. Finlay Wrexham saying the sound of the rally cars are sounding well through the speakers this morning.
Just to give you an update, quickest through that stage at the minute is Gary Pearson and Hannah McKillop, followed by Elliot Payne at the minute. So Gary had an 8:09 in there. Elliot Payne had an 8:25. That's the only times put through so far.
Polo here.
Yeah, Thomas Gray, yeah. Now, I'm getting a wee note that your microphone's gone a bit quiet, John. Is that something that you need to turn up, Dad, or is that just your soft-spokenness?
Should keep it a bit closer.
It's probably...
Turned it up a wee notch.
So we'll keep an eye on that. But I suppose if the rally cars are coming through...
Fraser McDougall and Kyle Gordon I've got through anyway. I've got them on their results. I've only got three times I've come through there so far.
Yeah, he says the position you're holding it, so maybe just hold it near your mouth. I do have a loud annoying voice, as people know. Yes, Stephen Petch, I believe. Now, is that the same Fabia that he had the big accident in the Clark last year in? Do you know? It's a new one. Stephen, I think by his standards it was a bit of a steady run at the Snowman, which is not normal for Stephen. He's one of the most flamboyant drivers in the championship when he's going hard.
So a wee update, I've just refreshed, and we have Gary in first position through there, followed by Daniel Sergeson, and then Elliot Payne and Scott Macbeth at the moment. So that's the top four.
And if you're Fraser McDougall, screenshot quick because you're fifth fastest in a Skoda Felicia. Do it now.
Well, he was third a wee while ago, so. Ian Forgan now.
Well, Ian Forgan's out in the Escort, so. But I think that's John Crawford. John Crawford back after his unfortunate Grisdale roll. I believe that car's been at the Gaudi's body shop for a while. Just picked it up very recently again. All sorted, so John will be taking a wee bit of time to get back into it, I imagine.
You think so?
Well, no, I don't. Actually, now that I've said that. You're quite right. Oh, Barry Young is watching, I'm assuming, from somewhere on a road section on the way here.
Maybe in the queue.
He's maybe in the queue down the bottom of the hill with Jordan Anderson, our Subaru Cup leader. We should mention that Barry Groundwater back in the SRC, the Subaru Cup sponsor himself. I believe is it a Fiesta?
Yes, he's out in Rally 2.
This will be Martin Cairns. Yeah. I guess the one Irishman not in West Cork this weekend. Between Scott and Thomas and that, we're going to be doing well if we manage to get those polos right today, I think. So yeah, Ian Forgan did turn up at scrutineering last night with his Mark II Escort that he just bought. That is far too shiny to be going in the woods. So
change of direction.
Yeah, well, he had such a bad year last year with punctures and annoying issues that maybe he's just decided to fun is the way to go these days. Yeah, back with his wife navigating for the first time in a while. Chris Williams tuning in as well. In fact, a lot of people tuning in. I'm going to struggle to name you all. Chris Colley. Yeah. Wee bit of tail out from Chris, even in a straight line. That sounds like Chris Colley. Now, I see John Lindsay is tuned in, Dad, saying that definitely seeing a second shot from the static camera. Now, we saw John yesterday in unfortunate circumstances as we lost Alec Lindsay, Big Alec, who was a huge part of the SRC for years, and of course the McRae stages. He was another one of my rally dads, as I like to call them.
Big Alec was a one-off.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a great turnout, and I can imagine there were some stories told later on in the day at the hotel. But nice to see you tuning in, John. I hope you had as good a day yesterday as you could. Robertson is watching.
Oh. Thought he would be. He'll be swapping between that.
That was a big lift over the top of that crest. It was not quite as committed as it has actually gone black now. I'll message Chris, see what's happening.
Unfortunately, no more results coming through on my phone.
I've just had a message saying we're back. So hopefully we are back. Sorry about this, we're having a couple of wee issues, I think. Signal inconsistency even out here in the we are out here in the sticks, aren't we?
Just the results I've got so far. Gary Pearson on an 809, Daniel is on an 821, Elliot Payne is on 825, Scott Macbeth is on 827, Liam Clark is at 836. So that's what I've got so far.
So it sounds like your microphone is still giving us jet, but I'll sort of flash mine back and forth. Jane Nichols just put the results link in the chat if you're needing. Now I think this might be Ian Forgan now. Well, I think first ever stage in a Mark II Escort, definitely in the woods anyway.
That number plate on there.
Yeah, it's very close to a Gallagher, isn't it? It's a P0055R or something. Duncan Vincent of Knockhill fame saying it's working for him. Of course it works for you, Duncan. Everything works because if you're involved. I believe he's out walking the dog. Yeah, Derek Campbell saying back but not hearing John, so I'll just do a back and forth. That won't get annoying at all, will it?
No, just make sure it is on. Switch it off and back on again.
Yeah, I could try that.
That's it.
Hopefully
if all fails, switch it off and back on again.
Yeah. Well, Duncan heard me because he's put a laughing face on, so he's obviously listening. That would be Matthew Stroud and Simon Jones. Matthew's one of those showmen in a Mark II. It's an historic spec, I believe.
It
is, of course, and the Northern Historics are here. Mark Irvin's obviously looking for intel. He's asked, is it still looking slippy? Because he'd be in the queue to join the stage. It's not too bad, no.
Just a bit of moisture coming out of the road now.
I think the public road would be more slippy today than this, so I think you'll be fine. Aileen Forrest tuning in. I know that Aileen's fresh from our run down south in our R5. Was it East Riding she did?
East Riding. It's wet.
She got it round. Yeah, so the second mic level's quite low. It could be your voice. You do have a very soft spoken.
I know. I'll try and raise my voice and have the mic right up.
But Duncan does say the cars sound great, so we're fine. You don't really need to hear us overly. Mark Irvin thanking us for that. So that was Duncan Campbell and Michael Cruikshank, who were a victim of Mulbui on the Snowman, that they went off sideways.
Stage 3, yeah.
the second microphone's better now.
Dad's just turned the second microphone on, I think.
No. Sticking the cable there and they're on and
He'd
Oh,
pulled
look
the
at
cable
that.
out. Right, so hopefully
So
John is now.
my patter is not very good, Robert. Is no. Yeah.
standing one round.
Oh well, everybody should hear me now.
Hopefully now, that would be good. Richard Stewart tuning in fresh from a really good run in the Junior 1000s at Anglesey.
Well, of course, yes.
Alongside Leon Kaufmann, our German driver in the Junior 1000s this year.
That's brilliant.
Subaru Cup sponsor. That's committed over the top of the crest.
Yeah.
As someone said, the time's gone again. Only one person. I'm hoping.
You should be working.
Yeah, they should both be on. Yeah. Yeah, it's Duncan saying as well that both mics have gone now. So both audios are in and out now. Better now. So we're having some, as I said, we did say at the start that we're having some audio issues this morning.
Yeah. Okay, next up here, Escort Mark II, and this should be Steve Bannister. His old co-driver's just gone past.
As Duncan's saying, the audio's fixed again, so we're just having a wee moment today. Dougie Frame asking the time of the main field due through. Well, if they're already in, that's the main field that are in here now in SS1. There's only 2 cars running at the front of the field this weekend, so I mean, great for those 2 wee Skodas.
Absolutely, yeah.
Although the roads and the snowmen were so good, it probably didn't matter where they were running.
No, absolutely. It would have been a wee bit concerned, of course, with a wee bit of ice on it, but there's certainly nothing. Anyway, beautiful day here.
Mm-hmm. Now, when Steve Bannister went by, did you notice who's navigating
yes,
for him this
I did.
weekend?
I was about to say that. It's Kevin Ray. So there's an old alliance. Back together again.
Aye, back together.
Yeah. This should be Scott Peacock and Craig Wallace.
It's not, though.
Escort Mark II?
Yeah, but it's the wrong one.
Ah! What's happened there?
79, a late entry's just foxed us completely.
Yep.
It probably is at the end of my list, which is not the easiest to get through to. But yes, we were having a chat with Scott Peacock last night in the bar of the hotel. He's his usual confident self. Of course, class leader after the snowman.
Of course, that's right.
M4
yes.
class, not.
Yep.
So he's only got a 2 litre. You know, it's not.
Aye.
It's not a big monster. It's still a monster of an Escort. And it does sound like this might be him coming up over the hill anyway.
Now, that there's a hole on the in. That's Scott going well there.
It's developing into a hole, isn't it?
There's a hole developing on the inside of that corner. So yeah. Now, I'm going to leave it to you, Ali, to say the next competitor coming up.
God, here we go. What have I been stitched up? Fjölker Jonsson, maybe?
Yep, yeah,
and
good
Anton
for you.
L. Ingvason, I'm going to go with.
Yep.
I believe. Norwegian?
Norwegian, Out in a Rally 2.
Being run by Don Buckley.
So it's that's good.
Apparently Duncan Vincent saying I'm doing dad jokes. I don't know what joke. What joke did I do? You need to remind me. So that was David Brown in car 79, someone said. So someone who's
right.
better informed than me.
Tentative.
Maybe new to the idea of no snow being everywhere.
Absolutely.
Being from Norway.
Yeah.
For this year. Peter Lees is saying all the best to Alex Vassallo and Chris Lees. Yeah, well, they were going well. And Ian Forgan with Ewan Lees alongside. Don't forget to mention the co-drivers. Yep.
Yes.
We do try to mention the co. I know there was a wee issue with one of the posts on Facebook last night that co-drivers weren't getting mentioned, but I didn't do it, so it wasn't my fault. That's what I'm going to go with.
They're an integral part.
They're very important.
They're very important.
You need them. So this could be Jordan Anderson. I think it is. Father tries not to take a header over some more cables there. Ted Runciman tuning in, saying the stage is looking good in nice weather. It is quite. It's ridiculously warm, Ted. I brought extra layers and now I'm regretting things.
Yeah, I mean I've got big jackets in the car and everything, but no, we're just loving the sunshine here.
So that was Jordan Anderson and Barry Young going by there. Jordan leading the Subaru Cup after the first round, despite finishing the day with not many gears left in the Subaru's gearbox. I think the signal's failing you there trying to get some results.
Trying to get results. It's just not happening.
Barry Young, as Brett McKenzie said, swapping to the dark side of a Subaru this weekend.
Now this is another Peugeot 208. Natalie Robinson with Sam Collins alongside.
Natalie and Sam had an excellent snowman double winner. She was top lady, only by 10 seconds from her mum.
Wow.
Which was a very important. It was a proper battle. They actually discovered over last year that Christina's car had a fault in it from the factory, that she was actually down on power all of last year. So at the snowman she had power.
She had power.
She was only 10 seconds down on Natalie at the end of the day.
That's
and
good.
Natalie grabbed top junior in the...
of course she did, yes, that's right.
The Mintex Juniors, that's what we call it. Questmead Juniors. I'll get there eventually, sorry. Speaking of peacocks, this will be Donald, isn't it?
This is Donald with Murray Riddick alongside.
this point.
It's a name you see on entries with the direct. That's right.
Rallying photos. Off and back on. Okay. I think
What?
This one is John's. You've put mine in, right? Right, we're down to we're down to one microphone, maybe. Is that working, Father? That was Dad threw that away in a rage. Don't worry about that. Sorry, that was on the live. If we are working, we're sorry. I think we're back. Chris is saying we're back. So we're going to be sharing a microphone. So we're going to be like one of those old singing duos.
Right, we'll try and
Try and catch up with where we are. So We had Bambos Charalambos, fantastic name, with Simon Mills alongside. We haven't seen Robbie Wood and Stephen Brown, who were meant to be behind us, unless they went by when I wasn't paying attention. We were doing a cable swap. I was looking at my entry list, which is the cowpit. No, you're fine. Yeah, so in that time you did hear car noise, which I still think is better. Alan McDowell and Richard Ogilvie came by. Niall Cowan Jr. and Gail White, of course. M Sport's own Gail White.
I have a Mark 1 here.
Andy Boswell, by the looks of it.
Yep, Jeff and so we do have commentary.
Should be something slightly different to the Porsche.
Yeah, that's an orange Porsche as well. It's a 914. Peter Lee's saying commentary sound is getting worse and loads of interference and blah blah blah. But I think that might be post or pre-cable change,
Or it might be that.
or it might be the cameras.
More interference.
The camera's getting worse. But if you are hearing us, I hope you are. Stephen Archibald saying good luck to Black Motorsport. Of course, Cameron Black and Duncan Don out in the 323. It's a bit of a folk hero, that car.
Yeah.
After he did a lot of the Snowman one-wheel drive and still got it to the end.
I believe Jim McDowell did this event in that car many years ago.
Well, this was the spare shell, I think, is the story of Jim. So.
When they had wooden wheels.
Well, that's a dig at Jim's age, that.
Here we go, here's the Porsche. It's a baby brother of the next Porsche up, guys. 124,
Yeah, my Porsche knowledge beyond 911s is pretty bad, if I'm honest. So I'm the wrong person to ask. So yeah, we should have Des Campbell.
Yeah, I see so.
Perfect timing. Dominic Campbell just tunes in as Des arrives. It's good timing, that. Faulkner's old car.
Funny feeling that was his car many moons ago.
206 Cup car.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the fancy one, I think the engine went out last year, so this was, but he did buy another one to sort of run while he was sorting the fancy one. So I don't know which one this is. Aileen Forrest says, still background noise, but you can hear the cars on us fine, so sorry about the audio. It's I wonder if that camera's taken on some water last year in Grisdale in the wet. But who knows? It's one of those things, isn't it?
Exactly, that's right. Technology.
Now,
This will be awesome.
yeah, William Beaton and Andy Brown. First one that Johnny had, not the one he had now has, that was Freddie Mills. So, we think it's the wired mics that are doing us today.
By the time we got to there, it was too late.
It was too late. It was too late to sort things. So Callum Jaffrey tuning in as well. Cars sound great. Still plenty of interference. Well, we'll just do what we can, I think. Kane's Rally 4 Fiesta. So who was panicking that she's not driven it until she went to scrutineering last night. So that'll be interesting.
She's not too far away. We've got John Runtel up next in the S Mark II with Ross Hind.
Our Hado Energy Super Seniors winners from the first round. And speaking of that, have you seen Ernie's new toy yet?
I have. I saw a picture of it. So that'll be good. I don't know. I'm assuming it's just a 4-cylinder as opposed to the 6-cylinder. But we'll know soon enough when it passes.
Another man getting happier and happier with that car the more he drives it.
It's just taking a wee while to adapt to it. I think he's out next weekend in his Subaru Legacy,
Which is also a lovely car as well. So yeah, as we were saying, it should be Megan O'Kane and Ian Thorburn up next in our first stage in a Rally 4 Fiesta. That'll be interesting to see how she gets on, and it'll be followed by... Now this is a much cooler car than his Impreza, I will say. He's out in the Nova that they did the RAC in, and he had a really good run at the RAC. I think he enjoyed himself far more than he had in a while.
Absolutely, it's good, that size of car and the engine, and you're having to push and wring it to its neck. And I can see the attraction in that.
Oh, the boots up.
He must have had it's either a puncture or somebody forgot to put in the pins. We'll blame the co-driver. Said it was a puncture at the time, so I think it's just a case of I've done that before myself.
Especially when it's a new car and you're first staging it.
Yeah. It's quite disconcerting because when it happened to me I was convinced that we had blown the exhaust and I couldn't figure out the noise and the popping and the banging, so yeah, it was quite disconcerting to say the least.
It does sound like a normally aspirated, so it could be a Nova. Brian Watson tuning in to heckle Barry Groundwater, I imagine. Plenty of wheel spin off the wheel over the hill. Yeah, you've got signal for a top 10. So after this stage, Gary Pearson, Hannah McKillop, and at 8:09, Daniel Sigerson second fastest with Martin Brady 8:21. That's a huge amount on one stage. Elliot Payne sitting third, 4 seconds off with Michael Gilby alongside, 4 seconds down on Daniel. Scott Macbeth and Andrew Faulkner are fourth, so third SRC registered, 2 down on Elliot Payne. Alex Vassallo and Chris Lee's only another 3 back to good start for Stephen Petch and Michael Wilkinson. Back on the form after a low key snowman. Better stop talking for half a second. Shows I'm wrong. We've actually got 6 Pro 2 cars. I've forgotten about Richard, of course. Proper car, Nova Power, Mark Constantine says. Of course, well, you've got a fancy Corsa, Mark. That's why you say that. So that is your style of car. So yeah, going back to that top 10, Rory Young and Alan Cathers just behind Stephen Petch. Liam Clark and Jack Morton going well. Jock Armstrong top of the normal cars, just ahead of Mark McCulloch and Michael Hendry. Peter Stewart and Rachel Matheson. And then John Crawford's had a good start on his first time back.
Yeah, I did say that he wasn't going to hold back.
No, he never does he? And Chris Colley, third of the quote-unquote normal cars.
Must be Mark Spence.
Ian Morgan, second two-wheel drive, third Craig Rutherford is top two. He's just jumped in front of John Crawford, with Michael Stewart and Claire Fraser not far behind that. So yeah, Craig did look very committed up the hill. We're going to get John some more Wi-Fi hopefully. Stan Robertson saying, great to see these Scottish stages that bring back memories from rallying in the 70s. Oh yeah, it's that part of the world. Sorry, we're just giving out the Wi-Fi password while on Facebook Live. That's smart, isn't it? So it's connected. So we've got John some Wi-Fi. Hopefully that means he'll have a better luck with the results. Oh yeah, suddenly we've got loads of times in. So
Is this Shuttleworth?
yeah, it will be Robin Shuttleworth. Yeah, that was Cameron Black and Duncan Dawn in the 323 that just went by as well. They discovered at the Snowman that it turns out you need different size drive shafts for the front and the back of the 323. They didn't know that. So for years they've been rallying without the correct drive shafts in the back of the car. So that's helped a lot, I think. I see Mike Stewart has just tuned in. He's obviously queuing to probably go into service. Rory Gray saying, where's Fraser McDougall sitting in the times? Well, I know he was first on the road.
He was line first overall.
So he's currently 24th? According to this, but there's still a lot of times to come through, obviously, but he looked like he was having a good run.
He had a 10.52 through that stage.
10.52, so.
Thomas Gray's in front of him 9.36.
So yeah, down a wee bit on an R5, which is fair. Now, is this... Yeah, it will be Alison Bailey. He's won this rally. Very much as he's another word about Alistair these days. He's a very, very club spec escort, but he does drive it well still.
I'll tell you, there was nearly tyre shine on the front wheels.
Yeah.
Is that what he's put on, tyre shine?
He's a car salesman, of course he has. Everything's got to look good.
First time I was 6'9" or something on an REC.
Alright, so Dad's been in these
Ended
stages since well before I was born. Yeah, Alistair Braley's a good man to follow on Facebook because he puts a lot of photos up from back in the day. So he's both won this event and wrecked a 6 or 4 on this event, so he's done the full gambit.
This is the Locks, Martin and Andy.
I believe it is Martin and Andy Lock, yep. Yep, it's the third of our Subaru Cup competitors, I think, that we've seen behind Jordan and Mike Grant. I believe Andy actually made his driving debut at Hull Hill in the rear-wheel drive 2-litre engine Ford Focus that they have. I believe he built that car to go and do the coast to coast when we were trying to get that launched, the Closed Public Road Rally that sadly didn't happen. But Martin was building that car, so I believe that was his first outing competitively. I didn't hear how he got on, but I'd see photos of it in the stage, so he did manage to get round a bit, which not an easy car to start your driving career in. Russell Addyman. Now, quite an interesting Mark II to follow because I think he filmed his first rally he ever did, which was the Scottish a few years ago now. My dad's phone rings, which is handy. I'll just keep talking, but it's really good to see how much he's come on in those couple of years of driving consistently. Right, so in that case, you want to hold that.
Yep. We're just swapping about here. Ali's now taking over the camera for a wee minute. So the next car that should be coming up the hill here will be Douglas Menzies and Graham Menzies, Mark II Escort. Sunshine has just gone down a wee bit. It's amazing when the sun goes, it just drops a couple of degrees. As you can see, the road's drying out quite well, though. That's the sunlight here has dried out the road quite a bit, so there'll be plenty of grip for the drivers. Car 59 of Alistair Crawford, co-driven by Kevin Bardon, entered in the historic class there. So we've got quite a few escorts now coming on the scene. You're back with us.
I'm back with you.
Status quo is
Yeah, we're back in action.
Isaac.
Gary Stewart asking where we can find the live times. It's the DJ results.
No,
It
it's
is
North East Rally Services.
So John's got them with
D. James.
Alright, I will it links
Yeah.
to the same thing.
Aye.
Results.djames.org.uk.
Car 60 there, Steve Corky Ward. On the notes was John Millington. Absolutely, yes. Yeah.
It broke a lot, unfortunately, last year, but
Yeah.
and his new car that he's bought hasn't been much more successful.
Oh dear.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Hopefully we see you back out soon. Rue Campbell tuning in as well. I'm guessing somewhere up north, or he might be in the States.
You never know.
To get to the rally.
Yeah. Car 61. Trevor and Richard Wise. Interesting to see him at that bottom corner there. Plenty of grunt for coming up this wee hill here. Wow, some bulge in the bonnet of that thing, eh? Loads of grunt, yeah.
Patricia Lee in the new toy. I'll grab that off you. Results, yeah. So hopefully we get to see Ernie and Patricia in a stage this year, because it's not gone so well so far. But this will be Gavin Spencer and Peter Spencer in the Subaru, one of the PETS Championship regulars. See Christine McCallum. But that looks like a slow time for Callum Atkinson. Yes, I mean, I'm not being disrespectful, but 3 minutes off of Mike Boats when Callum's got a more fancy machine. Yeah, sounds like, I wonder if a puncture could be a thing.
A Manta.
Is it not an Opel? Yep. Gareth Hooper and Lewis Hooper.
I think every car. But yeah, should hopefully be Ernie and Patricia next in this new toy. This beautiful new BMW. Sounds fit whatever's coming up the hill. He did send us a video of it last year when he just got it, and he did tell Dad that he was a bit scared of it.
Was that when he was rounding up the cattle at his farm, probably? That's what he would have been doing.
Yeah, it was sideways round the tatty field, I think. Now, was it Ian Watson you said it might be a Charlie Nickel built Sunbeam?
No, that was Tommy Finn.
Tommy Finn further down. So
Ian
yeah,
Watson's a local guy from Kelso.
yeah, that's
here.
right. I knew the name. Yeah,
He's done Mach 2s and stuff like that.
yeah, I don't know. 1600 Sunbeam.
Yeah,
Lovely car. Saw it at scrutineering last night. It's really, really lovely.
cars are always really tidy.
Yeah, they're very tidy. He was quite quick when he would do the Jim Clark, wasn't
Yeah,
he?
yeah.
So nice to see him back out with Keith Atkinson alongside. All the Atkinsons are out.
Yeah.
It's not sounding overly happy up the hill. I wonder if it's the first stage for Gavin. A bit more gentle while he gets it sort of bedded in, so to speak. Right.
67, I think.
Jeremy and Alexandra Harris really won that.
Lovely colour scheme. Beautiful. Very nice.
You were getting some intel there for someone that knows things about
Yeah.
Rally 2 cars, weren't you?
Rally 2 there. Gary had a storming time on stage 1 there, and I've just had a message just wondering if that'll be the latest updates on the car. I think there was a 26 update for the Rally
Possibly.
2s. So it's
Fiesta, isn't it? I mean, the Fiestas are supposedly harder to drive, I think, than some of the other ones. You're a man that can speak to that more than I can, obviously. I think you do need to rev the Fiesta harder than maybe you would in a Polo or something like that.
Yes, I believe so. I think the expression is you've got to drive the door handles off it to get it to do its best, you know. But I think the newer ones as they're coming along, I think they're becoming slightly easier as technology moves on all the time, you know. Problem here with this one.
Car 69, Peter Johnson and Helen Hall. Anglesey Junior 1000, second at Matthew Clark on his first junior rally. She's a busy lady running about. But it's interesting that obviously with the way the VRC is going next year with Rally 2 cars, that maybe Ford are starting to think about, or M Sport are trying to think about making the Fiesta a viable competitor for that.
Yeah, there's no doubt they're working hard at it. I think obviously with COVID and the time that they lost for development after that, it's crunch up time. But they're certainly making moves now, without a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah, and we've had Fiestas back at the top. Okay, you had the Polo. Alex Vassallo was obviously a couple of quickest stage times than the Snowman, so the Fiestas are sort of back in the fight after a few years of it being sort of Skodas and Polos that you needed.
Another Impreza.
This will be the Impreza of Tom Billington with Ben Goodings alongside him.
Ripon Motorsport, that must be Yorkshire then, is it?
Yeah.
Just looks like he's nicked somebody's road car, that. So actually looking at it, there shouldn't be that many more to come. Because we've had the two Skoda Felicias.
Probably another 6 or 7 cars to come through.
Car 73, I think, yeah.
Is Ian Hidbreth and Sarah Wetton.
Another Yorkshire crew. Another tidy escort. A lot of tidy escorts out this weekend. Stuart Waite should be a bit. I believe Stuart Waite registered very late on before this event in the 206. He's servicing alongside Escambo in the 206, but I noticed he had a super senior sticker. So he could be another super senior, which is excellent.
Yes.
It's definitely a car I recognise, the silver 206. I've seen it at single venue rallies and things before, I'm sure. But first time they've registered in the SRC, certainly for a while, with Lisa. No.
Yes.
Lisa Dermicourt navigating.
An unusual surname.
I don't know how to pronounce your second name. Dermic something.
No, I don't think I'll have a chance in that.
Oh, we get a wee update as well from the SRC WhatsApp chat. You might have seen that as well. And who was that? Puncture for Thomas Gray. He's had a bit of a time. And a spin for Mark McCulloch. Into a ditch and had to reverse out.
Yeah.
We get caught, Dad, if you swing back round. This may be Tommy Finn.
Yeah.
I believe it might be. This is absolutely beautiful sunbeam, this one. I'm sure Andy Kelly knows about every sunbeam going.
That's the one I believe might be a Charlie Nickel prepared car. That's
Yeah,
the blast from the party name
the
from
Charlie
the
Nickel car, absolutely.
Andy Kelly knows all about Charlie Nickel prepared sunbeams.
Ricky Finlayson putting up nice photos of the road section after this stage from the passenger seat of Chris Scully's car. think we might only have a couple more. I believe the bowler's here again.
Yes, it is. Yes.
The car that you wanted to steal after the snowman.
Lovely car, yeah. Just I'm a bit of a Land Rover fanatic, so yeah. We've got Mark Spence to go through.
No,
He's already been through,
He
yeah.
was a late entry. Well, this is a Mark 1 Escort.
Mark Escort, you say? David Brown, perhaps?
Well, we've had him.
Oh, Ian Herd. Ah, right, okay. Your entry list differs slightly to mine, I think. Or I'm on the wrong page, I think. Yeah, it was funny, Michael Stewart saying we don't see many Mark 1s, and there's about, to me yesterday, there's about 6 or something. But yeah, if the bowler is still going, it's going at this point. Yeah, you were planning on how you would accessorise it if it was your car.
Especially for a stage, roof rack on it and stuff like that. But no, there's actually a good championship. It takes them into Europe as well. I know John Runtel tried one. He had a go in one.
I would have thought the bowler would have been through before now, to be honest. 'Cause
Yeah.
he wasn't hanging about in the snow, man.
No,
Another
this
sunbeam.
might be another sunbeam.
Tim Birkin with Ruth Birkin alongside. Historic car as well.
Ross McDonald just tuning in right at the end. I hope you're feeling less sore after your time on the snowman, Ross. It's a good way to recover, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah. You're doing well, Ross.
Don't let it defeat you. You need to come back out for another play. Of course, sponsor of the snowman these days with Tour Car Sales, so he's a busy man, a very successful man as well. So, self-made, which is really good. So hopefully we see the bowler. It's gone a bit quiet. That's got the tracker out. That looks like the road section out towards Newtown, does it? He is 76, yeah. So he's sitting at the start line, isn't
We've not had 76.
he? We have had 76, yes.
Sunbeam that we just saw.
Right.
So we have no more cars appearing.
No more cars on the tracker, so maybe the bowler didn't turn up for this event. Alright. I wonder if my entry list is different.
Yeah, well,
Right, okay. So that might actually be us then. So we should do a wee bit of housekeeping with our dodgy audio, but we can do it anyway.
We've got another camera to try.
Yeah,
Back to the original one.
Dad'll
This new camera we tried, it seemed to be okay audio on second run in the Snowman, but we did have a wee bit of audio feedback that we thought was the third mic that I was using. Now we discovered this morning that it's not the third mic. Here's a closing car coming. So we'll switch back to the other camera maybe, but we've got things to try. We've got a wee bit more time.
Than we did this morning.
To set things up and test some things.
There was some swearing and some panicking going on this morning, I should say that. Now, in terms of a bit of housekeeping of what's happening, Dad will be live again in the last stage of the day with John. Unfortunately, I can't be there because I have to go and get in the way and do championship things and generally get in the way at the finish. Well, as the sweeper comes through. But thank you if you did persevere for watching through our audio issues. I hope the action was decent. I think the action was decent, I would say. Obviously, we let you see the cracks here. We don't paper over the cracks. We let you see them. Error and error. But as I said, thank you for watching. Hopefully the afternoon goes better for John and Dad. Hopefully it's not raining by then. It doesn't look like it's going to be, but you know, it's the borders. But as I say, thank you for watching. Thank you, John, for joining us once again. It's a shame that Gavin couldn't be here to be his usual sarcastic self, but believe there was a dental emergency or something.
Well, no, it wasn't an emergency. It was just booked. It had been booked for a long time. So, and of course she's got his new house to deal with as well. So he's working away on that.
He's doing adult things. Yes.
Yep.
Well, as I say, thank you for watching. We'll sign off now and see you later on.